how do you envision, how do you imagine
Yeah.
the kind of course that you've described, the kind of
Yeah.
courses you've done, helping address specific cultural or leadership challenges in an organization?
I think the best way that has happened, and this kind of comes up in brand strategy as well, is by investing proper amount of time on the people and then as an organism,
Mhm.
because these people make up this organism. When it comes to the C-suite and executive team, it's these 5, 6 people, they come together, they share an aligned purpose and aligned vision. And that alignment is what builds this organism. It's these people coming and sharing that, and that's what builds this thing. So when there is enough facilitation done of these people to first discover themselves, if they are in the right space, why are they here? What is that they want to achieve? What is it that they want to leave behind as a legacy with this company and everything? And when that is communicated, you don't just help them understand and discover what is it that they want to do or what is it that they can do over here in the best way to achieve this common goal, but you also understand with the with the employees and everything, where do they need help? What are their challenges? What is coming out over here? Or you sometimes even end up realizing, and this happened with us, where the CEO quit his company after a session with us, after this whole sessions with us and everything on brand strategy, because he realized that that is not his purpose anymore, to be a CEO that is brought in every few years for different companies to help them reach from 7 to 8 figures and everything. He rather wanted to do something else. So when you spend enough time, you help discover that, because if you're doing things you're not passionate about, you might think this is purposeful, but you're slowly losing that out. You get frustrated easily. You get
Mhm.
detached easily. Your commitment to that is very little. Like I am always like, I'll tell you honestly, like I thought this was just a meet and greet call that we're coming on and everything. But I'm always interested to share my value. I never hold that back. So when it started, I was like, all right, let's just go with it and have been like in the zone and everything. And that's the thing. But when you're doing things you're not passionate about, when you're doing things you're not interested in, and sometimes I have to talk to clients and I know that I'm not going to be working with them. So I just have a conversation of 15 minutes to let them know that I don't want to work with you and everything for so and so reasons. It's because I'm not excited to get on that call. It's because this thing doesn't fulfill me anymore. So having these, if you can facilitate a great introspection and then allow it to be positioned externally, that's where you can better understand what you can do, what are the actions you can take, and how it can be of benefit as well.
And this actually sort of goes into what we were talking about before, the engagement. I remember now it was McKinsey and Company who have
Oh, yeah.
famously talked about the research that
Yeah.
80% of change management efforts fail. And
Yeah.
it's oftentimes, though maybe not always, because of lack of leadership buy-in. It's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, this is just another flavor of the month. Well, if 80%
Exactly.
of it fails and you haven't really supported it, you just want somebody else to do it. Some other interviews I've done, they were saying things like, if you want me to also take over the leadership, that is be you, so you don't have to be in the room, it's
Yeah.
either going to cost a whole lot more, or I'm going to fire you as a potential client,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to do your job. If you're not involved in this, it's going to fail and it's going to reflect bad on me, and it's going to reflect bad even on just the whole idea of change management. So let's
Yes.
not do it until you are ready. Like you said at the very first, how serious are you about being, what are you willing to put into this as a leader? And
Yes.
if you're not, then it's a hard pass. Thank you for your time. So love that. Okay,
Yes, I
next
really
one.
like that. The thing you said about change management, because yeah, a lot of times change management fails because if you're not willing to put in the change and you expect change to occur, then it doesn't work. And that's why leaders need to be involved. Leaders need to put in not just their 2 cents, but they need to be involved in it. They need to make sure that this is important. They need to understand the reasons behind it. Or else you're not going to make any change. You're just wasting money on consultants or marketing heads, and nothing is happening. Nothing is changing.
Yeah, it's just hand waving. So
Yeah.
the next one then, considering the potential impact on your organization or those of your clients,